Hello and welcome back to the Best Start Guide. I'm your host, Gavin Masters, and today we got less than 2 hours left, so I decided I was going to do an impromptu shard pull video because these aren't going to be any good tomorrow morning when I normally do the show. I'm just up late at night trying to finish up the fusion event on the other account. So I'm going to pull this. First, I'm going to make a prayer to RNGesus. RNGesus, please give us a Lego because we have yet to pull a Lego on this account. That said, here we go. I'm a glutton for punishment. Let's see what we get. It's a rare. We're getting Slayer. And... ooh, we're getting an epic. Oh, we got Gorgrab. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is such a good pull. This guy is practically a Lego. Wow. Okay. I am we've still not pulled a Lego on this account, but man, I want to go over this guy. This is super exciting. Uh check this guy out. He's got a chance of removing a buff on his A1, which can get better if we book him up. That's actually really cool, but that's just gravy. That's got nothing to do with it. He's another increase attack champion, which again, who cares, right? We got lots of that now, but what makes him really special is he's kind of like a mini War Maiden. Not War Maiden, Gavin. It's late. I'm sorry, everyone. I'm constantly making excuses for being sleep deprived, and I blame this game, honestly. But he's like a mini Arbiter. He's like a mini Arby in that he's got this revive all allies, making him the third AoE reviver we have on the account. We also got this dude, like, what, 2 days ago? So this is awesome. In the last 2 days, we've got Armina, who can do a lot of really great stuns. We got Dark Elhane, who can do a lot of great nukes. She's free anyway, which is why I'm tempted to build her out sooner rather than later. Like if I open up my notes here, I might even Dark L. I don't know. What do you guys think? She is a totally awesome champion. She was kind of up here in my database of champs that I wanted to build as the first 10 anyway. She's probably going to be a supplemental nuker for the arena, particularly against freeze teams, but she's good everywhere. She just happens to really be maybe the very best response to freeze teams, other than like the crazy meta champions that you get in the end game. So she's super awesome. Captain Tamila, who cares? And so now we got Gorgorab. He's got a 23% speed aura in the arena, which means he's absolutely going to be on one of the three tag team arena teams. But he's also got the AoE revive, so we've got three of them now. If I put him along with him and her on a team, they're basically immortal. I mean, I could even go super duper trolly and have like a defense team with four using Dur the Hungerer, because he's got his double revive, which is not quite as strong, but Dur is pretty good in his own right. So that's not bad. So this is basically it. This is going to be a really really short episode. What is it? We've been in 3 minutes. All I've done is pull a new champion. Right now, for progression, we're trying to progress through the spirit thing. I actually got one of those two shards dropped from the spirit keep instead of the potions that I'm trying to get. So I'm going to keep pushing through this. That's basically what I'm going to spend all of the remaining energy on. I'm just going to leave it running while I sleep, see if we get it. And this means I'm probably not going to be back tomorrow morning. I'll maybe be back tomorrow or the next day. I'm probably not going to be doing these every day anymore. And you know what that means? That means I'm probably going to find more time to do live arena sessions, which I've been missing out on, getting back to my main account, because this account is taking... I don't know. There's less interesting stuff to do. If I come up with a thing that's really interesting, or that I think I need to point out, I'll do an episode on it. Obviously, we could do an arena fight. Not an arena fight. I've lost my wow, look at all this spirit. This is like the ultimate day. And you know what? I'm gonna do mini Gavin. Let's see how far we can get here. I'm sure that we can 2-key this and get the Grandmaster chest. I'd love to see that Grandmaster chest tomorrow. How about you guys? I'd sure love to see it. Although that would mean logging back in tomorrow morning. It's possible I'll do a second episode in the morning. We'll put it that way. If I feel like it, and if we want to see what drops out of the ultimate chest. But I may start 2-keying this clan boss all the time. So sooner or later, you'll get to see what drops out of it. This is actually coming out very loud in my headset, so I'll probably get a sense myself of just how loud this is when I review this footage. I recently decided what I would do is rebalance. Rebalance the sound in the game, rebalance the sound on the microphone with the headset. So I think this should be balanced. Like if I switch over to here, we cut out the sound in the game whenever I switch away from it, but I need to look at the levels here, and the levels are always pretty good here with the sound mixer. If I drag this over and bring this back out, I can actually see what the game looks like in relation to my voice, and my voice is louder than the game. This of course means nothing to you guys at home. This is me just learning. Again, I don't plan on being exclusively a Raid Shadow Legends creator forever. I'm going to move on to other things soon. I'm going to have more edited videos. I'm going to move on to other games. They are not going to be gacha games. This is the last gacha game I ever play, but I am addicted to this game like the rest of you, so I am here in this game with all of you for the foreseeable future. The Discord channel that I run has greatly expanded recently, and I think that's largely thanks to Mr. Burrito's channel and Beanie Baby's channel. I'd like to think I managed to pull some of you as well, but I'm under the impression like there's a giant number 3 on my head when it comes to the content creation of the 3 of us. That's not just me trying to be humble. I mean, I think I have to be honest. I mean, those two guys have a lot of charisma. You guys have a lot of charisma, and I like you a lot. And I also kind of hate you because I think you're better content creators than me. But anyway, I'm just rambling while we watch this clan boss fight go by. And yeah, the long and the short of it is, I hope the sound balancing is right. I'm gonna post this regardless though, because it's not like I can pull those shards again, and I am really happy with that shard pull. That was really astonishing. I mean, to have 3 AoE revivers, so that means the undead faction. If you remember back to when I built, oh, I'm blanking on his name, but the other undead reviver. He's at a 4-turn cooldown. It's not Seeker, but it's something like that. I feel terrible that I'm blanking on his name. He's not a terrible champion. It's just at this point with Gorgmeister, he's completely pointless. Because I don't need a rare reviver. I could bring him anyway, though. I mean, there's really no shame in bringing 2 revivers into Faction Wars. It'd make the undead faction super safe. And this means I can actually really push the undead faction, which will get more stars in Faction Wars. It'd be interesting to see if I can somehow manage to complete all of Faction Wars in a year. I didn't do that on my first account, and that first account that I started back then, that was my only account. I was obsessed with it. I spent all of my time on that one account, and now I've got this account which has divided attention. I mean, sometimes I'm paying attention to it, sometimes not. I mean, case in point, I'm actually farming in 3 different accounts right now, trying to get the fusion events done. I keep calling them fusion events. It's a fragment summon event for White Queen Anchor. I'm really only missing 10 fragments on my main account, so I wanted to hammer those out before I go to bed, so I just completely do not have to worry about whether I get the final 10 optional fragments. But that is not a problem for this account, so if you're here to hear just about this account and see the progress on this account, this is an easy 2-key on Brutal. So this is pretty good progress. The next thing I want to do is 1-key Brutal, so we can get this done instantaneously every day and immediately move on to Nightmare. So this is kind of a special amount of damage. Normally we won't get 13 mil, but what did I get on the last one? Like 11 mil, totaling 24 million. So we got 24 million on brutal. This is kind of no problem. I mean, they're not even all 6 stars yet. Once I get Tagore and whoever the final member is going to be, it might be Apothecary, it might be Jamarsa, um, and it might even be Gorgorab, because Gorgorab is bringing this increased attack, which could be incredible. To have an increased attack on a 3-turn cooldown, plus he brings a fair bit of healing and turn meter fill. So this is a really strong contender. Honestly, I now want to go back to my notes and say, you know, Gorgy, because you know what? Gorgy the Gorgster. Gorgy the Gorgster, that's what I'm going to call him. I don't know why. But yeah, Gorgy the Gorgster, what do you guys think? I mean, he's just such a badass. Like, even the way he looks, and I know there's another champion that looks exactly like him, Mausoleum Mage. And Mausoleum Mage is another really awesome champion, but man, Gorgorab is the goat when it comes to epics in the undead. Well, he's the goat and she's the goat. So we've got these two. They're both undead. That means when I get back to undead, man, I think now I have to do an episode in the morning because undead's open in Faction Wars today, isn't it? Yeah, it totally is. So I'm definitely going to want to push this. So, um, if I have the wherewithal tonight, I'll build them. Otherwise, I'll do it tomorrow. But as I said, I'm overtired, so I'm gonna call it an episode for the night. And thanks for stopping by. And I'll see you in the morning or at some other point. Take care.